Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to yet another exhibition of the Xtraordinary Wrestling Association here on YouTube for our fans on the 3X Gaming channel, Vizo Games, and TGN. 3X, of course, at ringside and making their way to the ring. One half of the entity known as World's Finest. To the front, reigning XWA National Champion Union King, representing the United Kingdom. And behind him, the Spartan Warrior, representing Greece, known as Legionarius. Also the half-brother of current heavyweight champion of the world, Orion, looking to build some momentum as we head into the 2014 season. And their opponents, an unsung alliance that has taken shape over the course of this off-season. To the front of your screen there, the German shooter, Magnus Von Schwartz, one of the most decorated men in the entire XWA, his protege now, young up-and-coming superstar Jesse Rison, who, interestingly enough, is the former national champion here in the XWA, losing that belt in a six-man match, elimination style, to this very man standing in the center of the ring right now, Union King. And now both men center of the ring. King goading on Rison. Definitely some bad blood between these two men. A rivalry renewed here, as Rison has always set his sights on regaining that national championship, but is obviously focused more on improving his skills. And showing off now is King after that elbow to the back of the head. Collar and elbow tie up once again, both men sizing each other up. And a European uppercut there by Rison. He says, I can do the same thing. King trying to go for a knife edge chop, and Jesse Rison wasn't having any of that. Getting back to Rison, however, extensive training has he undergone over the course of the past 2 years. Last year, of course, improving his craft at the School of Hardcore, the infamous training academy ran by current #1 contender Riot, and of course the hybrid MMA wrestling phenom known as the Evolution John Payne. And of course now finding himself under the tutelage of Magnus Von Schwartz, who, as I said earlier on, is without question one of the most effective, decorated, and experienced competitors, not only in the XWA, but possibly in all of CAWS wrestling. And you're seeing some of that tutelage coming into fruition right now. Rison biding his time here, just dissecting Union King at this present moment. And blind tag made, I guess, right there. Or maybe not. Now there's a blind tag. And Magnus sizing King up right here. Union King is, ladies and gentlemen, not a slouch. He is still the national champion for a reason. Of course, being reared in that European style of pro wrestling, focusing on wearing opponents down, submissions, fundamental tactics, but keep in mind that Magnus Von Schwartz is also from Europe, hailing from Berlin, Germany. Took a shot right there, though. Some could even say that Magnus probably wrote the book on what it means to be a technically sound, pure wrestler. And there goes an impressive show of agility there by the super heavyweight Legionarius, who just got tagged in. Legionarius, as I said before, half-brother to the heavyweight champion of the world, Orion, hailing from Athens, Greece, a man who pretty similarly is styled to Magnus Von Schwartz, except obviously he relies a lot more on his power. And you're seeing some of that power right here, torquing Magnus's chin. But you're not going to keep a submission hold like this on very long to a man like Magnus, who is reared in pure wrestling. Another interesting point to make here. Beautiful high and tight back suplex right there. 3 out of the 4 men in this matchup, Legionarius, Magnus, and Rison, are all going to be participants in the upcoming Only the Strong tournament to determine a new XWA Pure Rules champion. So we could be seeing these 2 men in the ring one-on-one in Pure Rules. After trading shots right there, Legionarius backed into the ropes, and a slingshot suplex by Magnus Von Schwartz, who in another exhibition match took his half-brother, Orion, to the limit before Riot, of course, interjected, power bombing the champ off of a stage, which pretty much solidified his place as #1 contender for the world title in a match that will be determined at a later date. Right now, getting back to this match, however, side headlock and a backside slam, amateur Greco-Roman styled maneuvering by amateur Greco-Roman style trained wrestler in Legionarius. But there ain't nothing amateur about this. Forearm shots right to the chest of Magnus Von Schwartz, and down he goes out of the ring. What a show of brutality right there. The referee making the count, and now Union King helping Magnus back into the ring. Clean tactic right there by King. The one thing you can definitely say about World's Finest, they might be ruthless, they might be cutthroat, but they are certainly not rule breakers, in a sense that they want to defeat their opponents by, simply put, imposing their superiority. And there goes an innovative double team maneuver there, but Magnus quickly back to his feet, and right on the follow is King. Forearm shot, and another shot to the small of the back, and a T-bone suplex. The national champion pouring it on right now, and an Irish whip opposite side, and he delivers a knee trembler, shades of William Regal. Rison looking on, but just like that, Magnus Von Schwartz on the counter. Just when you think you've got him down, he pops up and hits something big. That's one of the more infamous qualities of the German shooter. Delivering a barrage of blows right there, ending with that signature headbutt of his. Magnus Von Schwartz always using every single part of his body as a weapon. And that's the type of intensity and extremities that he is trying to instill in Rison. Missed a couple of shots there, but delivers that spinning kick. And now Rison with the whip to the corner, neutral. What's he gonna do here? Jumping over that top rope. It looks like he's gonna go for one of his signature maneuvers. He calls that high Rison springboard clothesline. And here's the Rison fall, driving that man right into the mat. And a cover, but Legionarius with the save, and now double team shot to the gut. And another double team. Wow, that was impressive there. But Legionarius quickly out of the ring. that one bit of distraction for the referee was the difference between a pinfall there and Magnus being able to break up that pin by King. But now, wait a second. King just like that, delivering the Regal suplex. Well, that was sudden. Magnus, however, in his attempt to break up the pin, temporarily knocked the referee out, but that's not going to stop them from hitting a double team move of their own right now. Double vertical suplex. And Magnus out of the ring. But Rison right now is feeling it. Irish whip. And a double arm chop. Drop kick. Wow, this is quick. High angle clothesline by Rison. Just turning up the pace right now. To the back. And a zigzag. I guess we'll call that a zigzag. And we'll call that a moonsault. Just turning on the jets right now is Rison. Whip to the corner and tagging Magnus back in again. Springboard slingshot reverse suplex. That was impressive. But Legionarius again breaking up the pin. Isn't stopping Magnus, however. Scoop slam, and now applying this submission hold. Double arm lock right there. Front headlock now by Magnus. And another scoop slam. Looks like Magnus is feeling a little bit of confidence, but maybe that came back to bite him there. Quickly on the offensive now is King. Trifecta of elbow drops. And whipping him into Legionarius. Oh, that was dirty. Pair of fingers to the eyes. And King, veteran maneuvers right here, keeping Magnus in his corner. And taking a bow. And Rison looking on the opposite side of the ring. He can do nothing right now to help his partner. Two clotheslines. And, oh, wait a second. That was out of nowhere. Belly-to-belly suplex by one of the best suplexes in the game. And another one after a headbutt. Magnus Von Schwartz from out of nowhere. Just firing on all cylinders, and this is the broken will with authority. Did you see how far Magnus just threw King? And a cover. 3 count victory for Magnus Von Schwartz out of nowhere. He just simply took over. And as we take a look at some of this action, back and forth as we could have expected from 4 talents such as this, but this right here was the beginning of the end, where it looked like Magnus was in trouble. He turned a bad situation into a good one and delivered that broken will from seemingly out of nowhere and picks up the victory for his team. The mentor showing the student how it's done right now. And a handshake in the center of the ring. Both men raising their arms in victory for this exhibition match. Looking forward to seeing what it is that these two are going to be doing in the Only the Strong tournament. A reminder that all cards that you see in these videos are available for download on PlayStation 3. Just use the search tag 3xCAWS.